Next on my journey, I'm heading back into Soho to meet Rupert Power, the managing director of Sophies. Rupert, thank you very much for coming on Posh Cockney TV. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Liam.
So you've invited us to Sophies in Piccadilly. So you're not open right now?
We're not. No, we're aiming for mid-August.
Yeah.
And I think that the truth is we'll probably do a bit of a staged opening. And what I mean by that is we have a little kiosk next door, and we've got the terrace out there, and the bar here. And I think we're just do it in stages. We're tread carefully.
Yeah, and you've got your venue over in Chelsea as well. Has that been going well?
That has been going well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we opened that on the 4th. I mean, that's a local business. We've been open there 18 years. So it was important for us to get back to our roots, I suppose. And yeah, we're not open at lunch times, and I think we've toyed with the idea of not opening for lunch for probably 17 of those 18 years,
really?
And we've finally got around to not doing that. But the flip side of that is that the evenings are busier. So, you know, that's a positive.
We spoke to a gentleman over at the Bluebird Cafe the other day, and he said that they were really, really busy. So do you think there's like a trend over that side that it's a little bit more out of London? People are much more maybe just going out and enjoying dining?
Yeah, I mean, look, Chelsea in the summer, you know, I always say you can park a car in Chelsea in the summer, which is a sign that people are probably abroad. And clearly that has not happened this year. Funny enough, last week, when the borders were opening up, we saw a little bit of a downturn. But yeah, I think that people are behaving locally, and I think that, you know, we've all been cooped up for long enough, and they're supporting their local places.
What do you think will be the future for Sophie Steakhouse and other, you know, steak restaurants? You see Hawksmoor aren't opening for a while, and I've seen Gaucho doing a few bits, but are you talking to them at the moment? Are you like a community?
Yeah, I mean, I speak to the Gaucho guys quite a fair bit, and you know, we all sort of know what each other's up to. I mean, Will at Hawksmoor's, you know, he's in the public eye quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I think we're really looking at a day and a night kind of vibe moving forward, and I think that has always been in the background, to have the same offering, if you like, the whole time. I think that's probably going to change, and I think that the difference to us relative to Gaucho and Hawksmoor as an example is, I think that we've always looked to have an evolving day into night. So you can come to us, any customer is probably 3 or 4 different, you can come 3 or 4 different occasions. So if I take you, Liam, as an example, you know, you could, you know, come in at lunchtime on your own maybe and be doing some work. You might be taking your family to the theatre. Yeah. Or you might be in for a cocktail later on with some work colleagues. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, that's always something that we've tried to encourage, that people can come for various different reasons, rather than just to have steak. I mean, obviously, I think that's probably the hidden secret, that our meat is right up there, really. But we beat a soft drum on it.
Before we talk about your food, it was a good link for you talking about theatres. You know, you're bang in the middle of theatre land, and with no real sign of when they're opening. How much is that going to affect your trade?
Well, it affects the 5 to 7 sitting dramatically. I think it just, I mean, more importantly, it's the lack of footfall. I think people, you know, as you said, we're just off Piccadilly Circus in Soho, and I think that people do behave like ants. And I think, you know, we've got all the main theatres on Shaftesbury Avenue just as I look over your shoulder, and it, you know, I'm a great believer in the sort of honeypot syndrome of, you know, we need various. In the West End, you need businesses, you need theatres, you need tourists, you need shoppers, for a community, that is the community, as well as local people. So it's really, it's worrying at this point. But, you know, slowly, I mean, I was talking to someone earlier and I said, oh, look out, you can't see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at traffic on Shaftesbury Avenue. This is exciting, you know. So things are beginning to normalise. The summer for theatres is always a challenge as well, but come the autumn period, I hope it'll get back to normal.
So going back to the food then, I've had several amazing meals with you here. Is there anything new coming on the menu for you guys?
So one of the things I think we're looking at creating an amazing steak sandwich, and as I alluded to earlier, we have this kiosk next door. We've played around with it before, and we've sort of stop-started, but now I think the opportunity is to say, right, you know, we're in the steak market, and I think to do a sort of a prime rib sandwich of sorts, which you could have throughout the day and early evening, I think is probably a real opportunity there.
My mouth's watering right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, as you know, we've got the fire pit, and you know, the axe handle ribeye steak is a favourite of yours, I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, so we've still got the fire pit, and I think that will become more an evening event, if you like, and that's sort of, you know, we were doing whole lambs on there, and that leads into the theatre market as well, you know, where we do a sort of 2 courses for 15 quid for our sins.
So you also have Jack Solomon's below us.
Yes.
Now that falls into, you know, the events and nightlife sector.
Yeah.
How worried are you about that part of the business?
I'm frustrated because we're not open. I'm not worried about it because it has a young demographic and they travel across town to it. So I think that it's a case of when we can realistically get back to normal. So I think that will probably happen in September. I really look forward to that because, as you know, it's quite a sort of fun party place.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see young people out, you know, mingling, but until they can, you know, the social distancing part there, you know, I think we'll have to wait. But when it comes back, I think the events side will take a big hit, but one's always just, I prefer the regular, you know, 25 to 30-year-olds coming out and just letting their hair down. And
they certainly are at the moment. It seems like when you look at the press, the younger generation are itching to get out. So Jack Solomon's is on the list, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Are you looking to expand in the next coming years?
I think the quick answer is no, but there will be opportunities out of this environment. So never say never. I mean, I haven't really given you a proper answer there, but I think that we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I think our focus is to get through this period, consolidate, and really set out to do what we wanted to originally.
Well, I know that you guys will come back and put on an amazing show, and the experience at Sophie's is always impeccable. So thank you for coming on the show. Wish you all the best.
Yeah.
And let's have that glass of wine next time.
I look forward to it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So thanks for watching Posh Cockney TV. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please subscribe below and hit the bell to be notified on future shows.